Hey guys, how's it going? I hope everybody's doing well. Today I decided I would just do a review of my Grantstone boots here. These are called the Diesel boots, and these are made in natural Chromexcel leather, made from Horween, which is the only remaining tannery in the United States. And these are just a great boot right here. I'll tell you, I've had these a few months now. They're fairly new, but look at how well they've aged so far. I mean, I haven't worn them that many times, and they're already breaking in really nicely, developing a really nice patina. And as you can see, this is, I mean, check out the scuffs on that. Just amazing patina forming already. I love the look of every little scuff I get on these. In fact, these are looking better more quickly than any other boot that I have. They really show their wear really nicely. You can see all those little scratches, and again, I don't consider this a flaw. I consider this a strength when it comes to boots, because I don't like my stuff to look pristine. I like it to look used and organic and loved, like these have been. I haven't even treated these yet. Normally I would treat these with Venetian leather balm. That's usually the only thing that I use on Horween, or Venetian's the only stuff that I'll use on Chromexcel. I know there's a lot of stuff out there on the market, but to be honest, I think the Venetian is the only stuff that's really fit for the job, and I'll tell you why. Reason being is Venetian leather balm has a wax coating in it. So what I do is I cover the whole boot with it, and I let it sit overnight. I let it sit an entire night. Then the next morning I'll buff it out, and it just glows. It's amazing. I've used some other leather treatments that I have not really been a fan of overall. One thing I'll talk about too here, lace came undone again, is this here, this rubber Vibram protective cover. I get these installed on all my leather sole shoes. I took my boots to a cobbler one day. It was years back, and I just asked the guy, "Hey, is there anything you can do to help protect my leather soles?" And he said, "Yeah, I could just." I just basically he basically applies this with he melts it onto the sole, and that prevents otherwise it would just, the entire leather sole would be exposed. And the problem with that is if you start walking through the rain, this can get wet and it can scuff a lot easier. And what the rubber does, obviously, is it just prevents debris and other buildup from getting into your boot, and it essentially prolongs the life of your sole, which is something that I'm always interested in doing. Especially, it's not a large investment. It's $29 whenever I've had it done, and typically, I like interacting with cobblers because they typically give you some hints and tricks with how to care for your boots, and it's cool because they're usually interested in what I bring in, because normally they're not used to seeing like Goodyear welted stuff. They're not used to seeing boots made in the US or made with leathers from Horween or anything like that. So that's just a side note. I don't want to get too carried away on that, but I will say that these are not made in the United States. These are actually made in China, of all places. And if you read the Grantstone story, it's really cool. A few American guys decided to go and start a company there. One of them, so I just decided before I would start spewing facts off the top of my head, I'd actually read the Grantstone page about the team. These are the guys, Wyatt, Josh, and Randy. And Randy's the guy who he designed the Leo Last for Grantstone. The Leo Last is what this Diesel boot is shaped on, and he has over 35 years of orthopedic and dress shoe welt business, and I don't need to read the whole thing to you guys, but just to give you an idea, the Leo Last was designed by an expert, and I can tell you that it is one of the most comfortable lasts I've ever worn in my life. And I'm not just saying that, it's I have to say it probably beats True Balance for me, which is what I thought was the most comfortable last. But I really think the Grant Stone Leo last, it gives some more support than the Alden True Balance last, or the even the Viberg 2030 last that I'm pretty well familiar with. The reason being, I think, the theory is anyways, is in the heel cup back here gives a nice little hug to the ankle. I mean that's just me, spouting things off the top of my head. That's my assumption. I could be wrong, but yeah, it's a real good support that I get. In fact, I recently traveled in these, and these were my go-to. I decided to travel in these above any other boot that I own. Normally I travel in Indies, but this time I decided to go for the Grant Stones. And as you can see, like, what I really like is the Goodyear welt around here, hand stitched. It is close to flawless. I mean, you see some little flaws, which, again, I love seeing little flaws, but man, you could tell that whoever stitched this was serious. Like they did an amazing job. It was incredibly disciplined stitch around here, and not to mention, like, look at that gorgeous layered leather sole. This is, to me, this sole is expertly done, expertly crafted, expertly selected. The color, everything about it, it's so sturdy. It literally feels like wood, which is I would give this a step up from my Alden leather soles. I'm not sure where they sourced this from, where they got the idea, but I really like the sole. These are extremely comfortable boots, and I rank them up there with, seriously, with the best of the best. Now, yeah, like I said, they are made in China, but it's an American team. The way that I was actually persuaded to pick up my first pair was I follow a guy on Instagram named Innate Chiro. It stands for Innate Chiropractor. His name's Andrew Carr. He's got an amazing collection of boots and just an amazing wardrobe. But he got a pair of these diesel boots, actually in the same color, back when Grant Stone first opened up, and he was just singing praise about them. So I decided, I was browsing their website one night not long ago, and somebody started chatting me from the website, answering all my questions. They were very friendly, and it wasn't that I got the sense that this person really knew boots and the culture of boot collectors, because he was really right on the money with all my questions, and you could tell he was just very cultured, very down to earth, and he didn't even try to convince me to buy them. I was convinced just from the conversation that I had to give these a shot. He told me that these would last me a really long time and they're a worthy investment, and he did not have to strong arm me at all. I said, sign me up, Scotty. So I got this pair, and oh my God, they've treated me so well. I can't, like I said, I can't sing enough praise about these. Now, I will say that, again, these laces here are from Guarded Goods, the company that I get all my rawhide laces from. Not to say that the Grant Stone laces are bad. I love those Guarded Good laces, and I think they look absolutely outstanding on these natural Chromexcel. So before I get too carried away, I want to just show you. These are another pair of diesel boots from Grant Stone that I picked up. These are in black Chromexcel. I just got these, ironically enough, they had a Black Friday sale, and I got an incredible deal on these. And let me say, like, these, this is my first time wearing these, and I'm already just enamored. I'm already just in love. You can see that they've barely been worn. Here's the bottom of the sole. That's what the sole looks like before I get the protective Vibram covering installed. I'm gonna do that here this week, probably tomorrow. I'm gonna take it in. And yeah, like I said, it's only $29. It's a really good investment to protect your footwear. And the laces, these laces are flat wax laces, again from Guarded Goods. these olive laces have turned out to be a hit. I really love this. For some reason, this color, I think it has a nice like World War II vintage look about it, which really contrasts well on these boots. I like a good military look, a good vintage military look, and to me, these olive laces help me achieve that. I've got these now on my brown Chromexcel Indy boots, or on I've got them on a couple pairs of Indy boots actually, as well as a pair of my Shell Cordovan color 8 Aldens. But yeah, the olive laces from Guarded Goods are definitely amazing. And I just wanted to say also, when it comes to plain toe boots, when I first got into boot collecting, I flat out had a thing against plain toe boots. I used to think that plain toe boots were just plain. I mean, it's in the name. The description's in the name. They're plain. I was more hooked on wingtip boots and cap toe boots and Indy boots that I didn't even give these plain toe boots a second notice. But then I started to come around and I realized, no, plain toe boots do offer something unique, and I think they have a good sleek look. Sometimes plain is not plain. Sometimes simple is actually, in my opinion, simple is a statement sometimes. Kind of like when guys decide to go beltless. They have their pants tailored perfectly and they decide to go without a belt. It's kind of like saying, I don't need added flair to look cool. Look at how simple this is, and yet look at how awesome it looks. I think the plain toe boot, I often reconsider my stance on things, and the plain toe boot I think I was a little hard on in the beginning, and I definitely reconsider my stance here. I think plain toe boots are amazing. So, but that tastes change, and sometimes it takes years to come to these realizations, and this is one of mine. Another thing I want to touch on real quick is this belt here. This belt is from Pigeon Crafting. I talked about this brand before. I just love this guy's belt. This has the quick release buckle here to undo it real fast. It's got the tan loop here. I forget what he calls it. Oh, he calls it a keeper. This is called a keeper. And this makes it possible for me to wear this black belt with both black boots and with regular brown boots. And so I do. I wear this belt all the time with tan brown as well as black. There's no hard and fast rule for matching your belt to your boots, and I think that belt goes with these boots and these boots just fine. And then not to get too carried away, but this wallet here is also from Pigeon Crafting. It's hand dipped indigo. That's raw indigo. As you can see, he dips it first here and lets it sit, and then dips it deeper there, and just to achieve these shades. And it's I love this. I love it. Not to mention, he installed a grommet here to attach this lanyard to my belt, which I think looks really amazing. I mean, how cool is that? So that's just a little bit more of American workmanship that I love. Not to mention these threads. These are raw indigo dyed threads here. Just incredible work from my buddy Isaac at Pigeon Crafting. I can't recommend his products enough. I have more belts from him. These are the real deal right here. Yeah, so anyways, this concludes my review of the Grant Stone boots. That's the box there that I got them in. And again, just can't recommend them enough. Love them. And I really hope this review helps people out in deciding whether or not to get a pair, because I searched YouTube up and down and didn't see any Grant Stone reviews, so I'm happy to be, hopefully informative and hopefully helping people out. But yeah, the company's top notch, the product is top notch, and just message me with any questions. Thanks.